Oh, apologies, everyone. As you can tell, I overslept this morning. Not feeling the best, so bear with me. Not as much talking just yet. I'll bring the market up for you. As you can see, we saw a bit of a move yesterday, and we're at the beginning of it. There, came back down. But it really took off well after closing during the New York session, which we don't trade. So there's a big impulse upwards. Little mini trend, flattening out, and then we could be coming back down again. How far? Don't know. We've taken a trade on any of this. No, that's a big impulse. Probably here. Though we would have been looking for a reset. Would this count as a reset? Well, we've got a lower low and a higher high. I think that's a good entry. That being the case, we would have had got up to about 22. If we're using the 1, say no, not really. As you can see here, it's not a good trade at that point. Now you would, if it was to pull back and re-enter, I think that would be a good trade. Using the rules that we usually is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's still 15. It's very similar to what we have on the 2-minute. We switch that to yeah, it's a Heikenhashi. That's fine. Yeah. It's very similar, isn't it? Well, it's the same thing. Got a range. Triple top. Could be argued, yeah. But really push that way. As it's crashing downwards, there's an entry. Probably a minor loss here. Very close to a 3-to-1. To end here, we've had 2 big impulses. One, little mini retracement there, and then another impulse down. So I'd be looking for some kind of reset, getting back towards the trend line. One way or another, whether it's a direct pullback or it's the average catching up with the with price, balancing out. It's at 152, 153 thereabouts. So it's essentially a we go from the entry it would be yeah 50 from top to bottom. It's slightly more 63. Got my chat out. So there we go. There's a big pullback here. Just checking the stuff here on Twitch. too caught up in that, should I? Not when I've got a trade. Technically, is that an entry? Well, here's the issue I have. When I have a bar that size, 16, twice as big as I would come in with. No, I tend to avoid the large ones. So I might well have avoided this simply because of the size. Could easily just come back and then back in again. You're not going to really be able to tell. As you can see, it's rebounded a bit. So the market is a bit volatile, let's put it that way, which is good in one respect, but it can keep me out. And I would probably need to adjust, I suppose, find a way of adjusting. So is that a reset? Does it count? Do I have a second chance with this? So even that one's 10, but it seems to be fiddling with that price, treating this as a bottom. So I'm not entirely against looking for a reverse signal. This is, we'll see the close of this first, of course. It's going to have a long way to go. Still a minute to go with this one. You low. So perhaps I should have come in on this, but see, I ought to come in on the previous one, and that's a loss. So, coming in, it's an outside bar. Do I trade those? Not necessarily. But I don't think it's cherry picking not to get onto that big impulse. Take that. It's playing its little tricks on us a bit. More detailed view of what's been going on. Up it comes again. Yeah, I find some markets a little bit some days are a little bit untrustworthy, and that can play with you psychologically. Then you start to cherry pick. So you're taking me in and then poof, rejecting me, coming so close to a win. And then taking you out again. Don't get me wrong, you'd be ahead. So that is actually a low. That looks like an RSI reversal. We're going to get a bounce from here. I'm not going to trade it, just going to observe it if it's a reversal. Not feeling confident enough to take it, but it could well be. We'll move upwards. An entry. Now, if we're taking it as a reversal, that would be the entry right there, just above this bar. least a maximum of 8 anyway. So it doesn't have to reverse a lot on itself to take me out. Certainly heading back to the average. See if it can make a higher high. Certainly has on the bar by bar it has. That's a nice little indicator there. There's the impulse, there's the low, there's the high, it comes down, just pips it, goes higher, then comes back down, and you continue on your way. Here was just simply a continuation, that's just an indecision bar, just lops it out at the bottom and unfortunately takes you the wrong way. "30 seconds to go on this one. Or we go a little bit longer, we could. I was a bit late, but we'll see how we go. I nearly said, I can't be bothered. Another indecision. You'd be able to reduce that now to, well, you wouldn't be able to reduce it at all at this juncture. No, there's your entry, so you'd be down to about 4. It's not looking too good, is it? Of course, you've got the 2 EMAs as a barrier. Nevertheless, when it's time to reverse, it reverses. But this could easily just be a balanced market before we take off again. Yeah, so we wanted that impulse. That's a very decisive impulse. That's a 34-point move, 35. There, very unlucky. If you did decide to take that as simply a lower low and a higher high, would then be an indicator of continuation. It'd be very bloody close. If you got to 22, you might have just said, you know what, move that stop down. You could have ended up with the 2 to 1 on that basis. I wouldn't have entered that. That's not a reset. What's up? How you doing? Doing all right? Good old Shore 57. Just looked straight into the bastard. There we go. Still in it, but bit of consolidation going on right now. Where it continues, who knows? Is it going to bounce back up? Probably not. The inclination is, I'd say, southwards rather than northwards. Bears, I would say, haven't lost control just yet. I think a bit of take profit going on more than anything else. Just evening things up for a little while. Bit of manoeuvring as well. Who knows? But definitely a reversal sign there. Didn't really quite hit the 25. Certainly hit the 30 twice. Little bounce there. Quite conceivably getting in there is not the worst. I understand if you would want to take that, if you thought that was a reversal trade there. You've reduced your risk substantially. There's way more than one candle at one point. Bar. Let's switch to candles if we want to, but I don't want to. We go a little bit higher. Boom, off a little bit. Again, touching the 20. That's the 1 minute looking. Real indecision on the 1 minute. So there we got an entry to reverse. I'd say that's another entry to reverse. You might be thinking, oh, this is going well. Then plonk. Down it comes. Yeah, bit of a mess on the 1 minute. Less so on the 2, when you'd be taken out now on that reversal trade. Back to the 150. Slightly over it. I could put some music on. Very quietly. Very quietly. Go to my one-track loop channel. Very quietly in the background. And that's the right kind of move for me this morning. They're flat. See, this is why it's difficult to trade a reversal. You're not guaranteed to get a reversal of trend. You can easily just go back to a balanced market. You get a V. Just go bam, bam, straight back up. No guarantees. That's why the best thing is there a trend, a little bit in. This is probably the best entry, you get a break even. That with the high low, that's probably a good entry. And you get nearly 2 to 3 to 1, but you could have easily just taken your 2 to 1 when it reversed on you. could get a closed sale, which that could easily be good. Would you take that as a trade? It's gone north. Only halfway through it. We've gone higher. Now it's going to reverse on itself. Well, no, pushing. Not a lot of energy in the market at the moment. Let's be fair. It's a bit of chomping going on. Chomping through the orders. I'll be looking to move that now. 5 seconds, just zip it in. See, losses now being negligible, just about 1. Heading towards that 1-to-1. So yeah, should I have taken the trade? Yeah, but I'm too dozy. Such a flat move. Be up about 7. That would be the entry there. Be losing about a point. Definitely got the reversal signal. There's the lower low of price and a higher low on the RSI. You come in there. Now, if you could do it the other way, that's the high. Just dips, stay in it. There's your stop loss there. You're now at 14. That's your entry. You don't manage to stay in the trade. That'll take you out. So, no. Go tight. Would have lost 1%. The only way you wouldn't have is taking a 16. I don't take 16s. Maybe in a 12. You just let it go down to 8. Now it's up to... No. That'd have to be the entry there. Coming in about allowing for some slippage. It's gone as high as 10. We'll move it up. Break even. See if it takes us out on this. Nice move upwards again. Bit like yesterday, isn't it? Was I cherry picking? Maybe a little bit sleepy. So on this case, it's a missed opportunity rather than anything else. Missed opportunity there? No. Probably would have to take that, so we'd be down just slightly. Allowing for slippage, you probably made a loss of about 1.7. Bit of a way to go. Okay, we're just making a new high there. Here we are. Can that be sustained? Only a minute through. Double check the minute, see how we're looking. Entry there is a loss. Entry there is looking good. where do you enter when it's that sort of stringy? It's pretty awful. But just, you know what? We're going for it because it's red. And then you make a small loss. We're going for it because it's red. You're hanging in there, and now you're across the body, look across the body there. Body crossings, huh? That takes you out. How's the 2 looking? Yeah, it's taking you out. So no real loss there, just about 1.6 break even. The market is cruel sometimes. That'd be a good buy. We come up, and then touched, and then back in. Bought at the bottom of that. Just come back up to it. So yeah. Might have got out there, just the tail. But we can get a bit of a southern movement there. No real impulse in that, no real energy on it. But it is a higher high. So there we go with this. If we get a close on this that's red, I'll have to put in a buy, why not? That's 67.3. There we go. It continues, I'll move it down to 63.9. Big southern move. Big southern move. Coming back up on itself. Means I won't move it. Long way to go in this one. And into the last 25 seconds. 63.9 I'm looking at. Moving it to, if it doesn't get too close. Hopefully I don't have to perform too many entry gymnastics. Right. There we go. Finished pretty strongly in the downward motion. Of course, if this is red, I pull out the trade. There's no trade. Long way to go. Just a quarter of the way through. And now, 8:58. I was very late. I haven't really missed out on anything in terms of trading opportunities. Certainly, there's a big impulse just prior to opening. And a high low that we could have made some money on. Nevertheless, I was asleep. Yeah, not a strong move down this. Could well be an entry. If it gets high enough, it should turn blue. It's high enough for an entry unless it turns on itself, of course. "40 seconds. So, just 1/3 to go. Nothing happened in that, but I'm ready to exit. Then downwards. Inside bar at the moment. Pushing downwards more than going short rather than long. Okay, we're not getting in. There we go. Even if it was to reverse on this, I wouldn't be terribly pleased. There we go, it's 3. That's a no. Especially if it's not a particularly strong impulse. So yeah, it's a good way of staying out of a market such as this, which is reasonably flat at the moment. It's all good. reversal back down to that low there. Back to the 50. How high did it go? 71. That's like the 25 move. 28 there. So a little bit off in terms of making the 75, but started from a lower base. So the numbers count that, like the 25s with the DAX. You can sort of approximate it with that. You'd have to give it a bit of wiggle room sometimes. But there we are, heading back low again. Any real entry on that? No, I don't see one. Not on this chart. How would Renko look? Oh, how would Renko look? Well, we can have a look at Renko. Yes, let's have a look at how Renko would screw you over. It's a wonderful system. It's very difficult to trade. Stick it on a 3 pip Renko. What does it look like? What are we getting? Taken out there. High, low, high, low. You could always trade that. Just stick with it until you hit the mark. That's a high, low there. Just look for those ones, I think. Have a break even at some point. Good trades there, prepared to take them in the morning. Now it's like virtually useless there. Very difficult to trade that. If we put it into a bigger Renko, like a 10. The Indians have some interesting ways of trading Renko, but meh. I'm not prepared to do it. Nice big fat move there, isn't it? Just prepared to wait for it to come off the line and get a close beneath it. That would have been a potential entry, but you would have lost. There's your close there. 32 on the 1. There's your close there. 3 to 1. Get a close above, close below, off ski. Yeah. You've got to be very patient. I think you've got to make sure that you get some kind of... So even if you took that, you got your touch there, and then you could close. And you're prepared to shoulder a loss with that. You wouldn't have lost too much. About half. It comes up again. Closes below. Trending still low. There's no reason to think that you're going to go above it. Again, if you're looking for that reversal trade, that takes you out. You're going to have those little mini cuts, you see, on the 1. But that's a good entry, I think, if you're trading that way. We may well give that a go at some point, because that is a very comfortable, using the Haikanashi as well, just keeping it tight if you want to, and you've hit your 3 to 1. And if you want to even continue that, you've locked in 3 to 1. So I think the 1, it's really good with that. Even on the 2 here, if you're using it really tight, getting a touch, getting your close, you're out. Here it's it's an upward trend. You stay out of it until you get a close that's on a red. And there you are. Okay. I think that's a pretty good way. Just developing a little bit more. Can maintain our movement there. That's a good trade. It just didn't have enough on it. If you were thinking, you know what, that's an expanded move. So lower low, higher high, come back in. Big reversal of price from the what's it? You're still getting an 11 from that. That's very decent indeed. Very unlucky not to go all the way. Again, you possibly could have got a 2 to 1. Looking for a reset. Instead looking for a reversal there. Unlucky. Break even. And then you get a close down here. Thank you very much. Could be even more reliable on the two. We're using the same averages. We're in market conditions where there's a big impulse. There's our, effectively, from here to here, there's a 31 point reset back to the 50. What we're looking to do is get back to the 50. And a nice move. We can use the close beneath. Get it there, till there we are. That's 6 or 7. Comfortably in there. Almost hitting a 40 if you wanted to go for that kind of thing. But certainly a very comfortable 3 to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 20-minute trade. Or 9-minute trade on the 1. The same here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, can easily take a 3 to 1 on that and be done. And you'll be locked in with the 3 and a bit, 3.5. Beautiful move. Oh, so that's the way we're going to do it from now on. Okay, need to have a close above. Close above, close above, close above. There's a close below. Inski. Lovely big move. That's a trade. From now on, that is a trade because it's a low and higher high. Continuation. That's continuation signal. There's a continuation. It doesn't work. Even if you're taking that, that's the second impulse. You want to reset. Is that a reset? No. We use the line entry. No close above. You've got a touch. If you want to use the touch, we're out with a very small loss. We're using the Heikinashi. No close above. It's blue, wanting a red. There's our red close. There's a 40. Boomf! You can't lose. Except when you do. Yeah, I think I might need to move that RSI to a 70-30. I think it does give a clearer picture. Just out of our experience over the last few days. So we are learning. It's not like I come here with nothing, by the way. I've been doing this a very long time. Move to a 30. Damn it, they're right. So we have a clear path. They're looking for a reset. Essentially, gets down to here, you're probably going to say, yeah, unless you get a signal like that, like a little mini high-low. That's an entry. And here we're in reset territory. Wanted to get it to 50. Close enough. We've got our line entry. Even if that's the close there, it's good and tight. Trading the close beneath, and you've got your Heikenhashi doing the job for you. 4 to 1. Might easily just take that. It's just moving downwards. You think, let's go with the momentum. But if you follow it all the way down, you do get 40. I'd be very content with 3 to 1. I'm not lying. Good, very positive. And now we're well into overbought territory. You want to reset because you've already taken this one here. Even here, bigger stop. Let's move 7. Let's move 13. Ooh, wobble, wobble, wobble. And there's your 3 to 1. If I think, left too much on the table. There's always that, but there is nothing wrong with taking a 3 to 1 profit. I'm not talking about a 1 to 1 profit. We're taking a 3 to 1 where you only need to win. If you're trading, not moving a stop loss, 1/3 of the time to break even. But we are using a trailing stop, so the odds increase. Strong defense is the way to play. Move the odds in your favor. When the market moves in your direction, even if it's less of a loss, I think it's worth doing. You lose 0.5% rather than the full percent, I think it's worth it. Psychologically, you've got less catch up. I think this could be a good time for a break. I'm going to get myself some water. Might even eat something. I'll be back with you in a tick. good to be back. Right. Feeling a little bit better already. Had some breakfast very, very quickly. Went to the little boy's room. Went to the bathroom. Literally, I went to the bathroom. And I've seen a little bit of a pullback here, but 1, 2, 3. Not getting into that. I'll keep it down to 2. Now this could go wonderfully well, but we're well into just pulling back out of overbought territory. It was always sometimes a good sign that it's going to continue on. If you're in a very solidly trending move, and that we are, there's no doubt about that. The move since 8. We go back to 7 this morning. It was as high as 18, 2000. We've moved 100 from that peak. Now, will this be the bottom? We now have a gap of 42 between the two. And we have essentially a double bounce here. If you're a reversal trader and you're prepared to take have a stop of around 20 points, and aim for about 60, or even a 1-to-1, I don't know. We'll simply just try to get back up here. Maybe 50. So it's about 15. If you were to get an entry here, it would just simply trade that bottom. Now that you've had a close, it's much higher. You simply say, yeah, that's enough, I'll go in the close. No problem. You can do that. Might notice a big rejection of price down there too. It's come all the way back up. Doesn't mean we got a reversal though. Again, we could just have balanced price for a while. Yeah, it seems like a good way of doing it though, I would have to say. First touch is there. Get to close up here. Small loss. Close there. You could have easily, traded that as a touch. And there's your close. That would be an entry. Sure. There. Break even. Here when you get a touch. Get a touch there. Unfortunately, just a little 0.5% loss. If you did that, then you'd take this one out. You'd want a big rejection of price, and that's not a rejection of price. And that's a crossover. You go with that. It's red, crossover. That's a great move. Yeah, so that's a... Yeah, you might not take that, you might just take that instead, and that would be understandable. Oh, you're so close to a 3-to-1. If you'd taken that, you actually do get it. How cruel is that? If you get an entry and it comes back, you'd easily just take a market order too. Could do it. Why not? Why not? Eh. Yeah, a bit flat here. Nothing going on after that big move. Not getting that quick continuation. If you just get a little one like that and you're straight back in, that's usually a pretty good sign that it's going to keep moving on. And up until this morning, that was our low. If we're trading the... we were doing the other day when we took out 6 with a risk at 9. There you go, that's a win. Congrats. The hour before, very nice. entry. That's the mini win. We decided to go for the reversal on that rather than immediate reversal. Mini loss, mini win. Yeah. Next time I see something like that, I will take it. That's a promise. That is a promise. Right. Yeah, good. Even on the 1 minute. There's no touch on these. That would be an entry on the 1 minute. Would it take you out? It would take you out. So you're going on the principle that that's your out, that's your out, that's your out. You end up with 11. So it's not dissimilar to the other way around. Up ski, down ski. Inside candle, there we go. Do the inside candle routine on the 1 minute. On the 1 minute we'll go with it. Go all the way down to 40. Just take a 3 to 1. Inside candle. Out there. It's not a profit. It's not a profit. Just move it down there. Inside candles, eh? That could be a thing. It's got to be the first one too. Can't take a second. Blue. It takes you out. No, it doesn't. We've got 12. That would take you out. That sucks. No, that takes you out, you see. Just be consistent. You know, win some, you lose some. Inside candle. Inside candles on the 1. There we go. Get taken out there again. Take that. Nah. Yes. We'll move downwards. Go out on that. Inside candle, you don't get in. No inside candles. Get inside candle there, get taken out. Inside candle there, get taken out. No trade. No trade. Inside candle, whopping win. Just take it all the way down. Easy, get a 40. Damn it. Going for the 40. Whooshka, as Ray Warren used to say, and then stop saying. Inside candles are the way to go, kids. Inside candle there, you're in. You're out. High risk strategy, the inside candle. Little mini win there, good. Not trading that, you lose. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. There. There's your inside candle. If you trade, no, huh? No. It's going to take you out anyway. It's probably taking you out there before it even goes up. Nasty little thing on the one, but that's the way to do it. I think get a close on the EMAs, particularly the 40 in the case of the 1 minute. That's probably safer. There we go. And it is. Inside candles on the 2. Let's have a look. No entry. No entry. There's an entry that's no good. Don't get an inside candle on that. Do here. Inside candle, you don't get it. Here you do. It's a safer bet on this, but even then, that's a horrible loss. It's a far better entry. As is that. Go for the high-low. Yeah. Don't take it inside candle. It's part of a bigger move. But even then, like that. Bammo. Now I prefer the close above rather than the touch. As you can see, big rejection price. You could easily have taken that, and that'd be fine. And that most certainly would be fine. Getting it closed and then finally getting a red candle closing, or bar, should I say? Yeah, yeah. Duly noted. That's an entry either there or there. Enough of a rejection. I like it. The inside candle on the other hand, yeah. Not on the 2. Certainly on the 1 it's a better proposition. Still make a little loss on that. It's great when you don't get an entry. More losses. Loss. Outside candle, inside candle. Not taken. You take the first reversal. Let's take the first reversal. First reversal. Yeah. First reversal. First reversal. First reversal. Ah, first reversal. First reversal. Yeah, it could be a bit crap. We'll look at that after 8. First reversal. Blue. Wait for the close. Right, first reversal. Nope. First reversal. First reversal. So it denies you a better entry. No, actually it doesn't because it's a 1. You don't get taken out that first reversal. Out. First reversal, good. First reversal, not good. Reversal, switch. And out. Reversal, and then you get a wall. See, you get a bit of money back. First reversal. 3-1. You want to trade inside? First reversal. Woo. First reversal. And sometimes get a better entry on the simply on the reversal. Yeah, maybe. Maybe just a trending first reversal. There we go. There. There. Maybe you're taken out. If you're not taken out, Pretty good. That's unlucky. Let's reverse. This takes you out again. We're still treating that as the trend. First reversal. Oh, did that take you out? You see, that's a dirty proposition, but if you took that, then you're fine. First reversal. First reversal taken out there, unfortunately. Am I going to get back onto that 1 minute chart? Take the hits, man. First reversal. First reversal. First reversal. Out. First reversal. That's a better entry, you see. I've totally got it for you. First reversal. It's good on that. I'm liking this first reversal thing. If you're on trend, so if you're getting here, obviously you wouldn't be taking it too early. That's alright. The first reversal with trend here, then the trend reverses. I think with that slope and that prices reverse the trend. First reversal. Unlucky. Better than a lot of the other entries that would have been even. It's only a little bit different. Unlucky. And here, it's not as good a trade. But it's a first reversal. Here's the loss. Here's the loss. Here's a massive win. Massive, massive, massive win. We just go with it. And here's a very solid win too. 1.5 at least. You might have even argued. I'd like to thank Adobe for being schmucks. You might have even argued with this. That's a first reversal, and you would have been okay too. And it doesn't take you out the next trade. You are going to have more losses this way, but. See right there. That's a good. That's a nice move. Yeah. Just use the Hakenashi with the first reversal. Right inside. That's a little one. Still got a long way to go. You've already cut your loss down. You could easily just say, you know what? I'm only risking 5 on this. I'll take a 15. And you could. But you'd be missing out on something like that. So you go for the 3-to-1 and say, you know what, just take me where you're going to take me. But you get a 3-to-1, you're going to take it. Don't be silly. Maybe a first reversal after a long move can be alright. But no. No. The only one that worked was this one, and that was a bad move. You got a first reversal anyway. You can always just, if you get a reversal in price, you're going to be out anyway. And you come in there. Oh, that's the trade of the day, really, isn't it? First reversals, huh? There's your confirmations. Very narrow stop loss on that from the get-go. Let's just say 3-to-1 on that, thanks. First reversal. You're out there. Oh. First reversal just takes you out there. It's a better confirmation in some respects. And you might be saying reset after a big impulse down. You might be saying, nah, come on. Even then, it's not the worst result in the world. couple of losses, then it goes your way again. Don't want to be cherry picking too much with that, I think. I think the only real cherry picking you might want to do is after a couple of decent impulses, say, let's have a reset. You might say that would be it. Okay, no, we'll go there because we've got the benefit of the trend line. Takes you out. Takes you out. Nice little mini run. Takes you out. Takes you out. That probably takes you out. Takes you out. Nah, not as good on the one. The trend is more reliable on the two, so that's why you'd probably do it there. You took a first reversal on that. You might be thinking, yeah, it's going both ways. That's profitable. Could have even just said, you know what, I'll trade it to the line, take a 1-to-1, and that'd be all right too. Mini loss there. You'd be shitting bricks on that one. You'd be thinking, oh, come on, man. But I'm liking the first reversal stuff. You might take that. You definitely take that. You definitely take that. Or you might even just wait till you get that. Another inside candle. 2-to-1. Might say 2-to-1 after a first big impulse would be fine. And if you're looking for the reversal signal, now this could be interesting. Because here we got the reversal signal. You say, you know what? Here's the reversal. In we go. Bad luck. Here's the reversal signal. In we go. And bad luck. You're in the other way. But here, lower high on this one. And this is looking at least like a slight one the other way. You just go in here. Already hit a 1.5. You're safe with the stop there. Gives us more opportunities. Yes, that's a small loss. Yes, it's a 1-to-1. That takes us out of it. Is that a reset? No, it's not. Be in here. No, we're not. And there's our first reversal. Away! Away! Yeah, just go for a 2-to-1 on the second one. So if you just went for a 2-to-1 here, you're good, because you've had your you've had a 3-to-1 there already. So only be looking for a 2-to-1 before you get a reset, and you would just about manage it with a good entry. Just about. Of course, with the market entry, because it could be reversing a little bit, you can go, yep, that'll do. First reversal, we're going to trade this. Let's have a go at it. Big sharp move, isn't it? Off the that's off the 20 EMA. That's a decent reset. Big gap between the two averages, about just under 50 now, 47.5. So you could easily get an impulse back the other way. There's our first reversal there. 2 to 1. Interesting to see what the close was. 17. Okay, that's it. Ah! It's taken off. I should have been concentrating. We'll see how it goes. Theoretically. When it close. 111. So it did close up here. All right. Let's have a look at the 2 minute and see what it says. Oh, the close is much slower. We just use a straight 2 minute chart for it. See how it looks with that. That goes well first. Okay. See, the issue with that is once you're in, you need to switch. Here you're getting accuracy of price, but that can easily take you out. You don't want to be taken out with just a little blue candle like that. The first reversal's got to go with the Hakanashi. Not going to work on that. Yeah, back on the 2 minute Hakanashi. So it's a little bit deceptive sometimes. To be in there. So it's a little bit deceptive. See, if the first reversal's there, you don't get that profit. Be great, wouldn't it? But if it is that price, it's great. That does have to be there. If it did work on that, it'd be fantastic. Wouldn't it? Hybrid charts. That's probably more accurate. But it takes the Michael out of the Hakanashi charts. Just look for it and you just got to go for it. You're only at break even here instead of having a... So we're looking at about 7 points difference in entry. That's huge, considering the type of trading we're doing. But consider if you're looking for the close below. Let's have another look at it. What's it saying about it? The close is 181119. On the 2 minute. Closes on the 18106. That's the difference between the candles. Well, here's the way that you do it. First reversal. And there's another reversal there. If you're looking to go with the trend, you just look for the ones that are going south. Bam. You've got a hit there. Another one there. There's a reversal there if you wanted to just simply get out on the reversal. So you could do it with just ordinary charts. Out there. Just looking to buy. Taken out. Taken out there. Taken out there. Just harder to trade. I suppose the only way you could do it really is just use the Heikin-Ashi as a, again, use that for entry, and use Heikin-Ashi to stay in the trade, particularly if you're only going one way. Because this kind of defeats the purpose. Because there's your entry. There's always swings and roundabouts with these things. That's why that's actually a better entry there. That's a better entry. That's not. And you could always treat that as an entry there if you wanted to. It's actually getting a better entry with the bottoms of the blue candles. Because there you've really just got a huge 11-point barrier. It's a terrible entry. Coming off here. But you could always just treat that as your entry, or just hope that if it goes above the entry, that you get in at any point. That won't always happen. Theoretically, even if you do get on this, you're not going to make a loss now. You're just not going to make a hulking profit on it. I suspect this might be a better bet. Better bet. One for entry, one for exits. Yeah, you could do that. If we go back to the 2, just jump in between the 2. There's no trading going on for me as far as I can see. Peaks. there, 7.4. Getting out there. 7.5, you would have already taken a profit. Would have taken a 3. Possibly a loss there. You're still in from that one there. And you've probably taken a profit there. Not getting in there, bit of a reversal. Now you can get in. It sort of defeats the purpose. Just go with it. I mean, if you wanted to just treat it as if you're coming off the average there. That would be your entry. That would be your entry. It's a loss. Your entry, that's a loss. That would be your entry. That's a win. Don't trade that. It's coming off the average. That is it's a mini win. There we go. So we're getting in there instead. So the first reversal, nice in principle, if that actually is the close. And if you get a decent close, then you can do it. But I think if you're closing near the bottom like that, I'd be thinking twice. I mean, the difference between an entry there and there, it's more than 1 to 1. It's 9.4. Ridiculous. So always good to come off an average, I think. If you're not too far from the average. That's not an average trade. That is a lower low, higher high trade. That's an we'll call it an expansion trade. That's not. Need to reset. Come up to the average, up to the 50, that's a good entry. Even if it's on the close of the... And that would be fine. Continuation, that's too many. It's coming off the average, nice and slow, and we're out there. The 1 to 1. Whew. Tita, how you doing? Coming off the average is a good idea. When you've got a bit of movement like that, it's not flat. Got your reset, there's your touch. Your blue. You need to come off a blue though, don't you? No touch there. The touch is off a red. Touches off a blue. In you go. Touches off a blue. In you go. Unfortunate there. Could have taken a 2 to 1. Get a reversal. Could have traded that as a little mini reversal, 2 to 1. Could have traded that as a mini reversal. As you stop, got to reverse that. Gone above the average. I overslept today. I was awake at 6 and I went back to sleep. And was listening to a podcast with Miriam Bielak and I think that's how you pronounce it, Bielik, and Sam Harris about meditation. Apparently, how good it is for you. I should do it again. Really, I haven't done it for a while. I used to a period where I was doing it every morning. I should do it before I do this. Find a way of doing it that works for me. That'd be nice. Just sitting here. So actually been a very good morning to trade. But the usual, I'd say the only one that would have counted in that, they're in reset mode. It resets. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would have been okay. I think the key thing is when you've got a trending market, as we do right now. It seems to be heading on way back to the 18,000 mark. That high of around 18,200. It's a new high for the market, I think. I'm not seeing it higher than that. So we're seeing a lot of profits being taken, maybe a few shorts in there too. Maybe a few stop losses being hit as well. Just seeing price go the other way. It's a really good gauge, I think, the 20 for not trending market. They get a mini touch. Could always take that close as a rejection, 3 to 1. If you were to take that as a touch and a reverse there, then you would get a break even. That's a red touch, so if you were to come in on the bottom of it. No touch there. Once you got a touch, you're back in. No touch, and too many. Got a touch, back in, and we've got a 2 to 1 or 1.5. 2 to 1, 2 to 1, comfortably, or there, 1 and a bit. Risk to reward ratio, which is the thing. Do you know about risk to reward ratio? Do you? Do. Oh, it's got a bit quiet today. Main thing is get these trades done. Paper while I'm doing this. What's in the news? Ukraine says EU leaders urge to put economies on war footing. Okay. I'm like The Guardian. I read The Guardian. Temperature where I'm at is now 7 degrees. I'm expecting a max of 11 degrees. Well into the evening. Between 4 and 7 o'clock in the evening. Andrea Leadsom, Minister criticises Civil Service head's Garrick Club involvement. Former Tory leadership contender says she would not join the men-only club, even if it changed rules. Well, fair on. No, okay. I rarely agree with Andrea Leadsom, but yeah, good on her. Robinho. Football player to serve a sentence for nasty things with women. The R word. Being careful. In Brazil, court rules. What's going on with Robinho? Long retired now. There is at Milan. Did we sell him directly to Milan? I think we did. As a City fan, we. I'm a supporter. I feel part of it. That's how I feel. I feel part of it. He's denied the charges. I was unfairly convicted in Italy for something that did not occur. Okay. That's what he says. That's been reported. So the head of the civil service and MI6 chief have quit the Garrick Club. That's a bit of a thing. At the moment, Work and Pension Secretary Mel Stride suggests that mental health culture has gone too far. What does he mean by that? Starmer says he talks to Blair a lot, quote unquote, especially for advice in preparing for government. Honest grown-up debate needed over mental health conditions and working, says Mel Stride. Okay, what's he saying? Oh, here we go. Bit of pushback, is it? There is a real risk now that we're labelling normal ups and downs of human life as medical conditions. Well, that's entirely possible. But human life as medical conditions which then actually serve to hold people back and ultimately drive up the benefit bill. If they go to the doctor and say, I'm feeling rather down and bluesy. What a fine choice of words. The doctor will give them an average of about 7 minutes, and then on 94% of occasions they'll be signed off as not fit to carry on any work whatsoever. What? I doubt it. Yeah, it's just a way of getting people off benefit. Again. Operations. Oh, there's a Q&A with Keir Starmer. Okay. Just reading through the stuff here, it's just fine. I must be on TV. Nothing happening in the market really for me just yet. Oh, Mill Stride. If only. Red Star said about Gaza. He said after the 7th of October attack, telling Israel not to use force to get its hostages back was not something any serious politician was going to say. He didn't say that though. That was the problem. He said something else. Won't go into it here. Not political thingy. Just reading what he's got to say. Junior doctor strike must be resolved. It's more popular in this party. So we're not going to be in government for yonks. He's sorry for the Princess of Wales. Fair enough. Doesn't care what Peter Mandelson said about his weight. Few questions, okay. Well, one deposit, expensive gimmick. True. Labour force attacking the gangs, dealing with the claims more quickly and getting more returns. Yeah, it's okay. It's all about stopping the boats, huh? I've seen that before. No more slogans. No more slogans. Water bill, okay, says a viewer. Water companies are not accountable. Taxation without representation, okay. Well, not exactly. Not exactly. It's not tax. They're private, you see. But it is an issue. What's the issue? Here's the issue. Here it is. Tighter regulation of the water sector and people at the top should be personally liable for pollution. Oh, that won't stop the pollution. Stubbs says making bosses personally accountable will make a difference. I think the general consensus in Britain at the moment is that water should be taken back into public control. Doesn't mean it's necessarily directly run by a minister in government or at Whitehall. Regionalise it. Have it run by regional governments. All the more reason for regional parliaments in England and working on the model that we have in Scotland. And if we were to do that, I think that would work far more effectively. It doesn't need to be UK government. Local government's too small for them, but regional government would work very well with that. England needs regional governments in that case. There's an argument for it. It shouldn't be a quango, in my humble, not so humble opinion. People getting scurvy. Christ. Energy bills. Yeah, and not enough vitamin C. You got to have warmth. Why won't Labour commit to rejoining the EU? Because we had a referendum and the country voted to leave, Starmer says. But he says the Brexit deal was a bad one. He wants to improve it. Rejoin the customs union and get back free movement. Could do that. You can do that. I'm whispering that. Anyway, that's what's happening in the UK political world while we're waiting on stuff. Englandvaarders. Dutch project tells wartime stories of an intrepid England voyagers. Oh, good. Hundreds of Englandvaarders took various routes from occupied Netherlands to Britain to fight in the Second World War. 2,150 England voyagers, these brave Dutch men and women who escaped the occupied Netherlands during the Second World War and found their way to London to volunteer. Good on them. Not that I'm in favour of war, but there's precious little you can do when a bunch of nutters are running around and killing you willy-nilly. Bill Nye leaves line in homeless World Cup heartwarmer. The beautiful game review. Canada. Something I can relate to here because I'm adopted. Canada, 2 men swapped at birth. One Indigenous, one white, finally get apology. Richard Bouvet and Eddie Ambrose lived out each other's lives. The third such mistake in Manitoba. Adoption in Manitoba. Now the Premier is reversing a decision to deny responsibility. What's the bet? He's a Conservative. Anyway. The Labour Party is in my blood. Here's why I've cancelled my membership. Owen Jones. Well, that's been coming. All the more reason for some kind of more progressive voting system than we have in Britain at the moment. First past the post doesn't work. You need to be able to vote with your conscience. A lot of people will be voting tactically at the next election to give the Tories an arse kicking, which they deserve, for being crap, undeniably crap at everything they do. My ancestors had their own complex relationship with the party, but they could not point to policies that transformed people's lives. In 2024, I cannot say the same, says Owen Jones, not me. There's Owen walking away from a red rose. He was happy with Corbyn. I wasn't. Part of the reason why we're in the mess we're in is because Corbyn was so inadequate as an opposition leader. Bad governments usually rely on bad oppositions. Were you aware of that? What's he say? It's difficult to disentangle Labour from my sense of self. Grew up in Stockport. Looks a bit like Macaulay Culkin. Bad dress sense. The Labour Party always seemed to fit in there somewhere. My great-grandfather, a railwayman. Notice how I'm not reading too fast? Like the Ben Shapiro thing, talking at a friggin' million miles an hour. People do these days with a younger generation. Don't do it. Nice, even pace with a bit of expression. It's good for the listener. You don't want to be going like a freaking feral typewriter when you speak. Typewriter. Clack, 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 clack. Dig. Where were we? My great-grandfather, a railwayman, who had his wages docked in the general strike nearly a century ago, it's that long ago, was a Labour councillor. So was my grandmother. Her proudest achievement was stopping a family being evicted by a private landlord over Christmas. See, even when you slow down, you can make mistakes. My parents met at an open-air Labour meeting outside Tootingbeck in the 1960s. Romantic. My mother bought me a Labour membership as a 15th birthday present. Okay. I'm trying to think what I got on my 15th birthday. 1986. Let's see. Probably Led Zeppelin. My cousin got me Houses of the Holy. It's the last one I needed. I have all the 8, not including Coda, all the 8 that were made during John Bonham's lifetime. There we go. Anyway, that's a sidetrack. Under every Labour leader of my 21 years of adult life, okay, I've plumped for the party's candidates at local, national and European level and campaigned for them to boot. New paragraph. And yet, after a uniquely calamitous 14-year stretch of Tory rule, just as Labour looks set to reconquer number 10 by a landslide, I've just emailed the party cancelling my membership. My committed critics will understandably seek to link the two. Labour has shed its aversion to electability and off-sulks Home Alone's patron saint of unelectable ideas. That's a bit true. You see, Owen? That's a little bit true. Doesn't mean that some of his critiques are wrong, but that's a bit true. It's a bit like a bit. I know a few of the Corbynistas. Get along with them just fine. Just as I get along with some Thatcherites just fine. One of my busy mates at Cambridge, no longer with us, ardent Thatcherite. Lovely fella. Politically wrong, but could say some horrible things about. He could say some horrible things about people in Wales. Very judgmental, but very funny when he said it. Plenty of good reasons to not like him. Plenty of reasons to freaking love his feet. Jesus type thing. Wash his feet. Weird to say? Okay, I'll take your point. Patron saint of unelectable ideas. Well, not saint. But my decision isn't based on a desire to see Labour forever in the wilderness. Reaching it has been a gradual, painful process of realising the party won't even do the bare minimum to improve people's lives or to tackle the crises that have led Britain to catastrophe, and that it will, in fact, wage war on anyone who wants to do either, making anyone with politics to the left of Peter Mandelson feel like a pariah on borrowed time. Again, element of truth in that. Yes, my relatives had conflicted relationships with the party, and were often frustrated by its insufficient radicalism. Mm-hmm. Read the subtext to that, kids. But they could always point to policies that transformed the lives of people Labour was founded to represent, from the welfare state to the minimum wage and the NHS, where my grandmother worked for her whole life. There's a nice picture of Pamela E. Aylett. Oxford. Saturday, 9th of May, 1964. Oxford. You are invited to vote for Dr. Pamela E. Aylett, a Labour candidate. Saturday, 9th of May, 1964. That's all it says. You're invited. There's a nice photo of it. Ferry, 1964. Very respectable. Nice looking lady. Very stylish. Tweed jacket and dark scarf. Nice coiffure. What? The premise of Keir Starmer's leadership in 2020 was that popular policies such as taxing the rich to invest in public services, scrapping tuition fees and promoting public ownership were not to blame for the party's 2019 electoral rout. Jeremy Corbyn's 2017 election manifesto, Starmer declared, was the party's foundational document, centred around such commitments and credited with the party's biggest surge in vote share since 1945, even if it wasn't enough to win 2 years after a shattering defeat. Jeremy Corbyn made our party the party of anti-austerity, Starmer told shattered Labour members. And he was right to do so. Though I didn't vote for him, his pitch gave hope for the broad church my ancestors believed in. In response, I read a column titled, Starmer can succeed and he deserves our support. Yet 5 years on, it's 4. It's 4. That was 2020. It's 2024. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4. Get it right. That's a basic thing. Editors. Don't blame him for that. Editors get that right. Correct him. Yet 5 years on, Labour has become a hostile environment for anyone believing in the very policies Starmer relied upon to secure the leadership. Sure, Tony Blair's leadership didn't include anything about laying waste to Iraq. That's me fumbling. But he didn't pretend to be a slicker version of Tony Benn either. Circumstances changed, plead Starmer's defenders. Weird then, that according to Margaret Hodge, she was led to believe by a Starmer ally during the leadership election that he was lying in order to get the job. Weird too that during the same campaign, Starmer told Andrew Neil that nationalisation of utilities would feature in a Labour manifesto, but 18 months later said, I never made a commitment to nationalisation. I think he's been getting a free run with this type of thing simply because the Tories have been so bad. But has he reversed? Yeah, he has. It's one of my main criticisms of Starmer. But he isn't the party. Now, true, I didn't stick with Corbyn. But I think that's a mistake. But I think it was the reason why I didn't stick with Labour at the time was because I couldn't vote for a Labour government led by Corbyn. Hey, it's past my bedtime, but we'll continue. Yes, here's the issue that he's right about. When Starmer declared Israel had the right to cut off energy and water to Palestinian civilians. True. He did say that, and it was wrong. March 1949, Western-super-Mare Borough Council. Diane Abbott. Those who believe in real change from the Tories bankrupt models will vote for Green or independent candidates. The new initiative, We Deserve Better, is raising money to support such candidates. Well, I think he makes some points, but I think walking away now, it's a personal decision. It's always a personal decision. I walked away under Corbyn because I knew I wouldn't vote for him. And if he's walking away because he's not going to vote for him. I do understand that I walked away for different reasons. And I rejoined around the time Anna Sawar became leader here in Scotland, just before, when Richard Leonard resigned up here. I think Alice has done something better than Keir Starmer. And I disagree with a lot with, well, probably even more with Rachel Reeves than I do with Keir Starmer. But that's for my political channel. Some good trades there, which I will add to the canon of entries. If we were just looking at the type of entries that I would usually make, we didn't get them, even though you get some very, very good moves in the southwards direction. In a market where you can see it's definitely trending. You've had that big break very early. You can easily take that. It's not always rangy. That is not rangy. I've got to accept that it's not rangy. There's your pullback. There's your false entry. There's your proper entry. If you ride it all the way, you get 46. If you ride this, you get 10. Ride that, you get taken there, out there, unfortunately, with 12. Bad luck. If you'd been able to go all the way down, you're looking at another 35-ish. Certainly a 3 to 1. You just go 3 to 1, 2 to 1, look for another 2 to 1. But if you had your 3 to 1, you're done. You've made up a little bit of time. Look in my alerts, what's going on there? I'll tell you what, it's been okay. We've come back from the dead. We've done okay. I'm going to finish my tea. It's always going bloody cold when I do this. Thanks for watching. Hello YouTube. Thank you for watching there too. See you next time.